Hello, this is Kira Gareke with Teens in the Driver's Seat Teen Advisory Board. Thank you for attending today's session. Here are some tips to help make this session a great experience. We are committed to saving lives and reducing crashes on our roads and request each participant commit to connecting to our event from a safe location. Please do not connect while driving or operating any form of machinery. First, notice a panel to the right with several tabs. Here is where you can chat, ask questions, retrieve handouts, and see answered polls. The chat is public and you are encouraged to say hello and answer any prompts that appear there. If you have questions, post those in the Q&A window. Any handouts can be downloaded from that tab. And finally, poll questions will appear directly on your screen. The prize drawing for a $50 gift card will be held at the end of this session, so make sure you stay on for that. Finally, at the conclusion of the webinar, please complete a very quick survey for this session, which will help the presenter and us improve in the future. Lastly, we hope you enjoy the session.
Hi, I'm Joanne, and I'm this year's TDS Teen Influencer. I'm here to tell you why I decided to join. It all started my freshman year. I was new to the school, didn't really know anyone, and well, you know how that goes. So I decided, why not join student council? It couldn't hurt me, right? They were involved with many organizations, they did different activities, and they met new people. So then came my sophomore year. You see, I was a quiet girl since I was an underclassman, and I was just starting to get the hang of things, trying to figure out how everything got done when the pandemic started. And you see, everything went online from then, and everyone turned to social media. Kids, parents, teachers, everyone. So I decided, let's be a teen influencer. I didn't really think I was gonna get in, but you know, I did. And it's honestly played a big part in my life. I started making videos, I started interacting with people, teaching them like the importance of safe driving. And now that I'm a junior, although I didn't really get a chance to be involved with basically everything TDS had to offer, it's been fun being a teen influencer. And as an upcoming senior and a TDS advisory board member, I think I'll try it again. And as an upcoming senior, I can't wait to do it again. School or not, I encourage you to stay active and stay engaged with TDS. I'm still learning and I'm excited to be on the board again next year, and I hope to meet some of you. Let's keep our drive alive.
Hey there, student leaders and teen safety driving advocates. My name is Trevor Sconyers, and I was the first ever social media teen influencer for Teens in the Driver's Seat. So to tell you a little bit about that, I actually was given the focus topic of big rig safety. So for about a year, maybe 10 months, I was a face for Teens in the Driver's Seat, promoting big rig safety across my social media networks, Facebook and Instagram, and Twitter, to expand the idea of teen driving safety and big rig safety, to be exact. Because a lot of people don't know about big rig safety, and it's a really important thing to know their spots, to know where to follow, to know what we can do to better drive around them. So Teens in the Driver's Seat really wanted to focus on that, and so they created the program of Teen Influencer, which is actually a really big honor because you are a face for the national program, and you are also spreading a very important message to several students across the nation and to your local community. So what I learned from this experience was that the word gets out there. I gained a bunch of views on posts for that. A lot of people shared it. A lot of people really wanted to get that information out there because it is important. And so when you have a young advocate coming and speaking on it, they're very adamant about getting that information out and to spreading that message. And so this program that Teens in the Driver's Seat created is an amazing one, and it teaches you a lot of things about not only teen driving safety, but also about how much people actually care about driving safely, because it's really important. As we all know, that the statistics show that teen driving is a very main cause of death in the United States. among that age group. And so lowering that number is what Teens in the Driver's Seat strives to do. So that being so important, you have an important task as a teen influencer to spread that message, and you are reaching so many people. So I personally think that you should try it if you are interested in doing that. It's not a lot of work. Miss Stacy sends you all of the information that you need for your post. And you can tweak it and unique it all into your own way. And so you are just a voice. You are one of the faces of the organization, and you are spreading a very important message, and it's honestly an amazing experience. For the 10 months that I did it, I was very excited each time I got a new post, because that means I was just spreading one more message and spreading some more statistics, getting people more aware, and hopefully that if this post didn't reach this person next time, it'll reach this person next time, and they'll be more knowledgeable as they take on the road. And so the possibilities are endless as a teen influencer, because you can reach so many people and you don't even know it. An encouragement for me, the first ever teen influencer, I say give it a try if you're interested, and you'll get something out of it, I promise. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. My name is Lucas Rancine, and I am one of the TDS Teen Advisory Board members with the Teens in the Driver's Seat program. Our presenter today will be Sophia Tovar. She is the MAD North Texas teen influencer. Sophia is currently a senior in Dallas, Texas. She is involved in many extracurricular activities at her school, such as the Teen School Board, basketball, student council, and Mothers Against Drunk Driving in North Texas. This will be her second consecutive year working with MAD as a teen influencer, and she is honored and humbled to have this amazing opportunity. She joined MAD to inform herself and others about the dangers and consequences of underage drinking and marijuana use. She loves that she can talk to her peers and the people in her community about how important it is to have an alcohol and drug-free adolescence. Please help me welcome Sophia.
Hello, my name is Sophia Tovar, and I am a MAD teen influencer. As a teen influencer, I do peer-on-peer presentations on drunk and drug driving and promote MAD's mission by community outreach and social media posts. MAD's mission statement shows that their number one concern is ending impaired driving and creating a future where there are no more victims. Impaired driving contains several factors. To truly get to zero victims, we have to do several things. In drunk driving, help fight drug driving, prevent underage drinking, support the victims of this violent crime. So here's the agenda for today. We have things to think about, the issue, the future, and closing. But before I do move on, does anyone have any questions before we get started on today's presentation? And if not, then let's go ahead and get started. As we walk through today's presentation, I want you to do more than listen. I would like for you to think about your answers to a few questions. How COVID has affected us all? What are reasons that people use to make it okay to drive impaired or drink underage? How would you feel if someone you know or loved was hurt because of your choices? How would you feel if you were directly impacted? And what can you do to help? 2 out of 3 people will be affected by drunk or drugged driving in their lifetime. Many of you already have been. Please use today to really think through some of these questions. Let's start by laying out the groundwork. MAD and other organizations have been fighting this issue of impaired driving for so long. Sometimes people mistakenly think that the problem is solved, that everyone knows driving drunk is a bad idea. We wish that were the case. Here are the latest national numbers. National drunk and drugged driving, 10,142 fatalities, 290,000 injuries, 132 billion societal cost. National underage drinking, 4,300 fatalities, 119,000 ER visits, 42 billion societal cost. Another thing to remember is that impaired driving fatalities happen every day. Injuries happen hourly. Did you know that the last deadless day that we had was November 7th, 2000? By a show of hands, how many of you have been involved or know someone who has been involved in a crash caused by a drunk driver? So here's a quick quiz. With all the dangers and long-term potential effects, why do students drink? Is it A, stress, B, stereotypes, C, social pressure, or D, all of the above? If you guessed D, you are correct. As humans, we tend to want to do things we see other people do, or that we believe others are doing. It's a natural reaction. When it comes to alcohol and other drugs, it's the same thing. The point of this discussion is to try to bring you to a point that you recognize certain influences and how they may impact you personally. So the question is, why 21? As you can see by the chart above, the younger people are when they start drinking, the greater the risk for developing a substance use disorder. It's biology, not maturity. This is a depiction of the development of the human brain. You can see from left to right a 5-year-old brain all the way to a 20-year-old brain. The different colors represent levels of maturation. You can see even the 20-year-old brain is still developing. You can also see the extreme amount of development that happens from preteen to 20 years of age. As you can see, the squares represent the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, also known as our executive functions. Can anyone tell me what executive functions mean? Answer your question, hopefully. So our executive functions help us perform activities such as planning, organizing, strategizing, paying attention to and remembering details, and managing time and space. You may not realize this, but good judgment is considered an executive function in the brain. It is something that we develop over time. Right now, this skill is rapidly developing. The cool thing about the young brain is that the younger a person who does decide to stop, even into their early 20s, the easier it is for the brain to repair some damage. So here are some strategies on how to cope with COVID-19. Make time for self-care. Self-care can be interpreted in a variety of ways. For example, physical self-care. Caring for your body means better thinking and feeling better. Even if that means taking your dog out for a walk, or if you don't have any pets, going for a walk with a family member. Social self-care. Don't neglect your relationships with friends or partners. Sometimes life can get so busy that we forget to make time for a social life. I know for me, I always make sure to check in with my friends, whether that's texting on our group chat or hopping on a group FaceTime call. Mental self-care, especially right now, is important since we have all been in quarantine for such a long time. Take this time to relax your mind and focus on yourself. Even if that means going outside to take in the fresh air, and that's always a good way for us to help declutter our minds. Be creative. Start a new DIY project. I know for me, I'm a very creative person, and I've made several things from shadow boxes to little picture frame holders for Polaroids and many other stuff. Just let your imagination run wild with your new crafts. Because being creative allows us to recognize our uniqueness. Some important takeaways. Drunk driving is 100% preventable. Just don't do it. Step in and help. Take away the keys. Don't let your friend or those around you risk their life of the lives of others. You can book an Uber for a friend without being in the car. Don't drink. It's not required for a good time. And it's illegal under 21. A DUI arrest can ruin and end your career before it even starts. For example, for me, I'm a senior in high school, and in my friend group, I'm always the one that's more responsible and more dependable, and my friends know that if they're ever put in that situation to where they feel like their ride to a party or to a hangout isn't safe, that they know that they can call me and have a dependable, safe ride back to their house. Be a friend. What if you think your friend has a problem with alcohol or other drugs? Talk to them about how you feel. Let them know that you are worried about them and you are there to help. Share local resources. Most campuses have help. Offer the national hotline 800-662-HELP. Find alcohol-free fun. Some behavioral symptoms that you can see within a friend is a change in attitude, putting very different messages on social media, and increased aggression. Some physical symptoms that you can see from a friend is them having bloodshot or glazed eyes, dilated pupils, or weight changes. MAD. We are here for you. We are here if you need us. No more victims. For those we couldn't save, with those we have, to those we can. Remember, 1-800-MAD-HELP is a 24-hour national hotline. Thank you so much for your time and attention and participation. I'll take any questions if you have them.
This is Shreen with the TDS Teen Advisory Board. A quick thank you to our presenters and to you for attending this session. Congratulations to the prize winner. You will receive your gift card in the email used to register for the summit. Don't forget to take the survey. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.